Well, as soon as you see that pirate ship in the north end zone, you know exactly where we are. It's the home of the Buccaneers, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. Today, a fun matchup in store between the Houston Texans and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Ball teed up, Austin Seibert out for the kick. And we're off from Tampa. Here's a return from the 7. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is first and 10. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffled around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Second down now. They need 7. Keeping it with Mixon. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. He picks up 15 on the play. And it sets up a Houston first.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
Going to the ground again on first. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. First down run, nabs him 5, now second and 5. Toss to the right side. And 2 yards all he can get. It's third down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Third and just 2 to go. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the run will not work. He is shot to the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Would have been a tough 54-yard field goal, so instead they're keeping the offense out there on 4th down.
18, what's that?
They give it to him again. He dodged the tackle. And they take him down right along the 30. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving.
The beauty of that execution, Kate, is he didn't even know he was going to get the ball there on 4th down in that RPO. So extra credit for the focus and even more so for the conversion.
Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a first down from the 30.
11. 18, what's that? Flash.
Again to Mixon up the middle. Fighting his way through, but he lost the football. But fortune on the Texans side. What have their guys got to it? They're going to keep the football. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Under.
First and 10, around to Mixon. And he'll pull his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Throwing is Stroud. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans finish up an excellent opening series. And that opening series, you use this word a lot with me, Brock, methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start. I mean, great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, and found the end zone as a result.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Set to return this, Trey Palmer. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
On the return, the Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Bucs to the line. 1st and 10. On the carry, here's Dameon Pierce. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40.
180.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Christian Harris on the stop.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Set. 220. Stop.
Right back it goes to Pierce. And he takes it down to the 33. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of them on that run. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
Run. 180.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He takes it ahead for a healthy 7 yards. It's 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
About set. This is 3rd and 5.
180. King.
Baker now from the gun. It's complete. This is Nguka. He gets this down to the 13-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
He's going to haul it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers finish off their opening drive Clyburn on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early.
Austin Cybert set to kick off.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
All right. 18.
Tight end going in motion here. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. It's a pickup of 11. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They've got a 1st to begin the frame.
18. What's up?
They go play action with Stroud. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete. He was trying to find Christian Kirk there. And now it's 2nd down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
18. What's up?
It's mixed in on 2nd down. Shoots away from 1. 2nd down run gets them 5. Now they've got 3rd down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
All right. 18. What's up?
Stroud now on 3rd. That's caught for the 1st. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Couldn't get the screen set up properly, Brock. Pass incomplete, and they're going to hope for better results now on 2nd down.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
Back to the air they go on 2nd. Stroud escapes the... And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
Well, the 1st sack of the game, Kate, as you just called, is a big one. They're going to make this guy pay if he's trying to play too much hero ball. Got to find a way to get the ball out of your hand.
18. What's up?
On 3rd and long, it's Stroud. This one's caught. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So the pass on that long 52-yard field goal attempt, they're going for it.
Here we go. 18. What's up? Look to high. Look to high. Buggy.
Stroud gonna go on 4th down. Got his man. This is Noel. And they bring him down Looks like he got it to the 27.
It's a gain of 8.
It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Hey, south. All right. 18. What's that?
Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
All right.
To the air, Stroud. Short pass brought in. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go. 118. What's up?
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got it. It's complete to Collins. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They're going to run here. It's Mixon. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the grab game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Pierce up the middle. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to Pierce. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They take the hands off, now it's Mayfield. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
Buccaneers, 1st down.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from Raymond James. And it's the Buccaneers looking at 1st and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Shotgun handoff to Pierce. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the air. Jalen Petrie there on the stop.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Finds the in route complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First and 10. Here's Mayfield. Caught by Theo Johnson. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
Pierce. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
After the loss, it's second and goal from the 5. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Has it down close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
A gain of 3 yards.
Houston calls it second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Only need to fall forward 1 more yard. Here's third and goal. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that brings up fourth and goal.
That's one of those third down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Leaving the offense out there, it's fourth and goal from the 1. Final timeout called by the Texans. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Leaving the offense out there, it's fourth and goal from the 1.
180.
Baker now off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. He will not escape the rush on fourth and goal. That's a sack. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Texans to the line. First and 10. Wanting to start the drive with Mixon. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got second and 8.
That run right there, that kind of feels like your missed opportunity defensively. Got him backed up. And you played it well enough to contain the run, but you didn't play it well enough to damage the run.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7. Looking to throw. Gets it through the middle. And this is brought to a stop up at, say, the 34-yard line there. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. On the return, here's Palmer. And he made a push for the 30-yard line before going out just a bit shy.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Bucks to the line. First and 10.
Run.
Mayfield now. Blitz coming. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Second and 10, still at the 28.
Alert!
Throwing again is Baker. Right side, hauled in by Godwin. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
Well, even a drop would have been better than that, frankly. Couldn't find a way back to the line of scrimmage, and it's a rare pass that actually loses yardage.
Third down, here's Mayfield. That one's good to Godwin. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
It's a big strike downfield to Aguka. And in! Touchdown, Tampa Bay! The Buccaneers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers tie things up at 14.
Set to kick off.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Return starts from the goal line. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Ready.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Finds him over the middle. Continuing to move past the 45. Keeps himself upright. Nico Collins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans grab the lead on their first series of the half. Nico Collins with the touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. On the return, here's Palmer. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
Bucks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10.
Hey, alert!
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And he's out to end a nice little run there, but I don't think he's going to get to keep the yardage. That penalty flag might wipe this away. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Handoff, headed left. Oh, he loses the football. And the Texans have recovered it.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud off of play action. And he's got it. It's in close. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
He's got it on the bootleg. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. So they fire for the end zone on 1st down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on 2nd and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
18, what's that?
Mixon. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Just a yard that time. They needed more, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Now we get to a very interesting call on 3rd down. Kind of a crescendo to this drive. Can the defense rise up knowing there is no margin for error, just a single yard to go?
Third and goal now. Can they find that final yard?
On the quick, right?
Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he's in for the touchdown. The Texans grow their lead off the turnover. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Texans double their lead to 14. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Baker now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Cut. 20.
From the gun, here's Pierce. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Hey, alert 33.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. 180! Kings! What's that?
Mayfield now off the play action. That's caught. It's Godwin again. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
Buccaneers, first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Good. 180!
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. They're on him behind the line, and the give to the receiver doesn't work.
Will Anderson.
When you get that jet sweep to the outside, you have to. You have to get vertical. There is just too much team speed in today's NFL if you don't go north and south.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Good. What's that?
Mayfield now from the gun. And he's got this complete to Dameon Pierce. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest game.
Dumped off to his running back. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers shrinking the lead some in the third. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
21. Austin Seibert set to kick off.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Here's Mixon. Escapes the defender. And he's stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's second down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Brings up second and a yard.
Just a yard left to go on second down. On the ground again with Mixon. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
Either they knew play action wasn't coming or they were totally sold out for that one. That was a shot. That's how you hit and make the highlight reel.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Mixon on the toss. He'll get them enough for a first down.
Yeah, you'd sure love to see a little more yardage when you get into the open field, but this offense, it will take a new set of downs with that toss run.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Texans first down.
A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's the Texans in possession of it, needing to preserve that lead over one final quarter. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for loss, we've got 2nd and 11. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Hits him on the in route. Gets it to the 15. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal.
On the quick, right? Tony, out to the right, out to the right. Look to hot, look to hot.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's over the line and in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans double their lead to 14.
Buccaneers 21.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. On the return, here's Palmer. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
From the gun, Mayfield. Escapes the pocket. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin on that play. So it'll be 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Well, this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll run. It's Pierce. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Right back it goes to Pierce. And he takes this one up to the 41, so that makes a very manageable now 3rd and short.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Kings, 20!
On 3rd and 2, here's Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep to the left. This is brought in at the 15. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers now within 1 score in the 4th.
I know you got a mixture looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
The Bucs will set up for the two-point conversion.
They give it to the back of his own lead. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3.
The score, Texans 35, Buccaneers 27. Austin Seibert set to kick off.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Texans to the line, first and 10. Now a give running right. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Here's first and 10 from the 34.
How's it tonight? Hi. 18. What's up?
A give to Mixon up the middle. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up second and 7 at the 37-yard line.
Second down now, they need 7.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down.
16 yards.
It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
Oh, Eric.
Another carry for him. Like the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line. Now, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
All right, here we go. Second down.
On the quick, right?
From the gun, Stroud. He put everything he's got behind it. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for third down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
He's back to throw. Well, he laid out for it, but the throw just a little bit too off the mark. So fourth down coming up.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
And this punt works out. It's going to cross the 20, be touchdown at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this first and 10.
180. What's up?
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Short pass brought in. And they're not going to bring him down, and until he reaches, looks like the 28. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Pierce up the middle. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on first down.
Hey, alert! 180! Pistol. Alert! Up! One touch!
Mayfield will look to throw. He's going deep this time. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. This is Pierce. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
He's taken down at the 30. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Buccaneers 8 points behind. First and 10 now from the 30.
Alert! 180! Kings! What's up?
Throwing, Baker. It's his running back. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up. They look to throw it. Completed over the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. Setting up to pass. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Azeez Al-Shire has it. And they get to him and tackle him on the return. But will this turnover count, partner? I don't know. There's a flag on the play.
On the quick, right?
And the shotgun, a give to Mixon. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Keeping it with Mixon. Has room down the left sideline. 30. The 10. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans have a commanding 14-point lead now in the fourth. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
27.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Jump off, caught by his back. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Brought down back at the 14-yard line.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Regular, regular, regular!
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. Tampa spends its second timeout now. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Only one timeout remaining. They've got to work quickly here. It's 1st and 10. Here's Baker. A throw left side finds Johnson. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up. Throwing again. It's Mayfield. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Once more, it's Mayfield. He has room past the 25. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. The timeout's taken now as we have one, possibly two snaps remaining in this ballgame.
Elijah Moore. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 33. Good. Up, up. 180.
The timeout's taken now as we have one, possibly two snaps remaining in this ballgame. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Good. 20. Real, real, real. What's that?
Sticking in the air. Here's Mayfield. That one connects. And he's out just before he can hit the end zone. But what a nice 1st and goal here from the 2.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
All right, one more snap to play here.
Real, real, real.
The outcome's decided here, but we've got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play. This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest.
Good. 180. Done.
Here he goes, one final shot. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Azeez Al-Shire has it. And the Texans will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception. So the Texans come away with their own win. Man, they were facing a top-5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you could come in, Kate, with this mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize, you know what? They're mortal just like the rest of us, and they took the fight right to them.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans, as with that, we sign off from Tampa.